barbershop conversations, man. Man, I appreciate you guys. Go to Silent Hero Films, man. Silent Hero Films, and click the link below in the description box, man, and enjoy the films. Naturally, I want to start this off, and then I'm going to have a pragmatic, logical conversation. You guys saw the title. No parent ever wants that phone call, right? And you obviously got to send your condolences to everyone, not just Gillie the Kid, the 2 people murdered in Baltimore, the 30 people shot, and Chicago and everywhere else, Los Angeles, and obviously all these Democratic ran cities, man. And yeah, I remember I did a show during COVID last year, and it's on my Instagram too. Yeah, I remember almost brought me to tears, man. A father and son having a conversation in a car in Philadelphia. I did a whole live on it. And father and son lost their life sitting in the car, young. And Gillie the Kid is a famous guy. He has a extraordinary podcast, is doing exceptionally well, and congratulations to them for literally creating something out of nothing. I don't want to sound insensitive, because I don't want to be, because one life is always too many, as I always preach. And I don't give onus to a celebrity life versus more credence than Mr. Jones' son, Mrs. Robinson's son, Mrs. Munoz. I think it's all the same, you know. Gillie the Kid Son and everybody else that's being murdered in 2023, 2022, and the ones that sadly enough will get murdered down the line, is the compound interest of us loving and promoting debauchery and ignorance. It's the compound interest. And when we think that being ignorant is currency, that's where we need to stop drawing the line. Start drawing the line, excuse me. Ignorance isn't a currency. Ignorance is the fast track or the carpool lane to hell. And Black people, if you go along your internet and you just go down your timeline, 70% of the women will be half naked, quoting God. Black men crip walking, street culture stuff. And you can't be best friends with the enemy of God and then go to church on Sunday. You can't be best friends with the enemy of God and truly love your family, because you're compromising your bloodline. You're compromising literally their safety. And I took the time to listen to Gillie the Kid's. You can go to Tidal, wherever. I have Tidal. You can go to Tidal and listen to his music. He's basically promoting death. And I said this on my Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, on my stories, I've said it quite a few times. Children will pay for their father's sins, because fathers are the leaders of their house, you know. It's 11 o'clock at night, the kids just went to bed. I'm gonna do another workout and go do some work in the office and then, you know, go to bed, you know. We wake up with choices, and what you do with your time is your choice, right? And I think it's important that we understand the big picture of everything that we do. We got to understand consequences analysis. I'm not sure if that's a term, but I'm making it up for this podcast. There are consequences. There are repercussions for everything that we do. And we want to stay on the positive side. We want to stay on the God side. That's the goal. And y'all know this is one of my core conversations on this platform. You know, the ignorance in the Black community, man, the ignorance in impoverished communities, the ignorance of people who really believe that someone's going to save them. The Constitution isn't changing. Does it need to be revised? You know, one may argue that, but we got to find a way to create competitive advantages in the Constitution that we have today. And the perpetration of being a gang member, being a drug dealer, whatever things come to the street, being a Cadillac converter thief, you know, that's one of the more popular things now. Selling weed, being a pimp, carjacker, you know, and the celebration of being a second generation, third generation criminal. It's awful. And Gillie da Kid Son, that father, Google the father and son that was murdered in the car in Philadelphia. Google it. It was about a year ago this time. I did a whole live on it. It hurts me, man. It really bothers me, man. And that's why I haven't watched the local news and shit. Whew. I told you guys, Yeah, man. Gillie da Kid Son is gonna bring more attention to this. And like Nipsey Hussle, like the other rapper that was murdered at the Roscoe's, and I don't know his name, like Tupac, like Biggie, that's all compound interest, man, of the wound that we didn't heal. We're still hemorrhaging. The blood is still pouring out the wound. We won't heal it. We will not heal ourselves. We won't even put a Band-Aid on it now anymore, because you know why? The internet, social media promotes it. Social currency is real. I don't want Gillie the Kid to get a phone call like that. I don't want Wallow. I don't want you to get a call like that, man. It hurts my little heart. So I pray that y'all have enough sense to do the right thing. I do the best I can, and now I'm doing a lot of volunteer work, using this basketball thing. I thank God for my son and now daughter who picked up the game of basketball. You know, my nephew was here for a couple of weeks, you know. It's a beautiful thing, man, and I just want to be an asset to my community. And the extra time that I have, you know, I'm very, very thankful. Very, very thankful that I made some very, very sound financial decisions. Very, very thankful. You know, because now I can be who I want to be the second half of my life. You know, without repercussions, without having second thoughts, you know. And I hope that you find time to donate time. I hope that you find time to donate information, allocate information, resources. You know, whether it's your nephew or whether it's a perfect stranger or whether it's your neighbor. I don't know your lifestyle. I don't know your neighborhood. I don't know your daily algorithms. I just know that we got to start promoting whatever is godly. If you don't believe in God, whatever is truthful. Because being real doesn't mean you're truthful. Being a real N-word doesn't mean you're truthful. Being a real N-word is basically, I'm not going to sell weed on your street. That's being a real N-word. I sell weed on my street, you sell weed on your street. Being a real N-word is you better not snitch. I know we from the same set, but if I rob, steal, or kill from a random person in my neighborhood, you can't tell. I don't want to be a real N-word. I want to be an honest, God-fearing family man. And this is what I'm using my medium to do. Obviously, God bless. I don't know Gillie's birth name or anything like that. I want to be as respectful, but I don't know his name. But God bless his family. Hopefully, he makes a complete 180 and uses his platform for what's right. You know, it's to be famous in the Black community, you got to play both sides of the fence. If you're like me, you're going to get called a coon and anti-Black, but it is what it is, man. Y'all go ahead and have a beautiful day, man. Beautiful evening, beautiful morning, whenever you receive this. As we get further and further away from this, because I know there's bleeding hearts out there and there's wounded people, I'm going to be more pragmatic about this. And I have a saying, never on game day, you know, never on game day. But you also got to understand that this weekend, tomorrow night, some Black man is going to kill another Black man. Some Black man is going to sell another Black man drugs. Another Black man is going to rob another Black man's car. Still a Black GTA, right? Another Black man is going to pimp a Black woman. Another Black man is going to find what they do for crack, cocaine. It's fentanyl now, right? So the time is now. You know, and I want to be as sensitive as possible because, now let me strike that. I want to be as honest as possible, you know, with using language, trying to reach the most people as I can. And God bless them, man. God bless everybody. God bless Mrs. Williams' family. God bless Mr. Chacon's family. God bless Mr. Steinberg's family. You know, because truth is, we got to live in this community together, man. And we've been hoodwinked and bamboozled to believe that sin and hate is a color. Nah, sin and hate is a culture, not a color. Put that on a t-shirt and I'm going to end there. Barbershop Conversations, man. Y'all go ahead and have a great day, man. Get this workout in. I'll be in the gym 11:30 to 1:30, 4 to 6, 6:30, 7:30, 5, 6 hours tomorrow. 4 hours donating. You know, it's just, I'm having the time of my life, dog. This is really, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Peace.